Hello, fellow Sauti Mzalendo viewers. Welcome back to your trusted source for breaking down the big stories affecting our nation. We are diving into a shocking revelation that has left many Kenyans both puzzled and concerned. This story involves Public Service Cabinet Secretary Justin Muturi, the National Intelligence Service, and a phone call to President William Ruto. What exactly happened? And what does it mean for you and me? Let's unpack this together. Imagine you get a late night call saying someone you love has disappeared. No explanation, no warning. That is exactly what CS Justin Muturi says happened to his son, Lesie Muturi, last June. Lesie was out with friends, heading to a birthday party in Lavington, when out of nowhere, armed men kidnapped him. These weren't random thugs, as we will find out later. This was something much bigger. Muturi's immediate reaction was what any parent would do. He reached out to the Inspector General, Japhet Koome, and Interior PS Raymond Omolo. Both promised to investigate. But as the hours ticked by, it became clear this wasn't your everyday robbery. Muturi grew increasingly convinced this was a state operation, perhaps even carried out by the National Intelligence Service, or NIS. Think about it. The CS himself could not get clear answers. Calls to the Director of Criminal Investigations, DCI, and NIS boss, Nurdin Haji, went unanswered. Imagine the frustration of being a senior government official, yet powerless to protect your own child. At some point, Muturi decided to send a WhatsApp message to President William Ruto, explaining the situation. But here is where things get even stranger. The president didn't respond, not because he didn't care, but because, as he later explained, his phone was jammed with too many messages. Sound familiar? It is something many of us have experienced. But in this case, it could have been the difference between panic and peace of mind. The breakthrough came when an NIS officer privately confirmed to Muturi that Lesie was indeed being held by their team. Yet, even with this information, Nurdin Haji, the head of NIS, denied it. You are probably asking yourself, why would the DG deny something that was clearly happening? Desperate for answers, Muturi took matters into his own hands. He went directly to State House to see President Ruto. Now, this is where the story takes a dramatic turn. The president listened to Muturi's account, and after jokingly asking why anyone would arrest young people over Gen Z's demonstrations, he picked up the phone and called Haji. What happened next? According to Muturi, Haji admitted they had Lesie in custody. Within minutes, the president instructed him to release the young man immediately. True to his word, Lesie was freed within the hour and returned home safely. But the question remains, why was he taken in the first place? Here is my take on all this, my fellow Kenyans. First, this incident highlights just how much power some institutions hold and how easily that power can be misused. If the son of cabinet secretary can be abducted without warning or explanation, what about ordinary Kenyans? Who is watching the watchers? Second, it raises serious questions about accountability. Why did NIS boss deny holding Lesie, even when it was clear they had him? And why did it take the president's direct intervention to resolve this? Shouldn't there be a system in place to prevent such incidents in the first place? Finally, this story is a reminder of the importance of transparency in government. We as citizens deserve to know that our leaders and institutions are working for us, not against us. If there is one thing we've learned from this saga, it's that sunlight is the best disinfectant. We must demand more openness, more accountability, and more respect for the rule of law. What do you think? Was this an isolated case or a sign of something bigger happening behind the scenes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Sauti Mzalendo, where we speak truth to power and break it all down for you. Stay safe, stay informed, and see you in the next one. Remember, your voice, your future.